PFL 4 2024 regular season. We're gonna break down this card. I like this card. I told you I like PFL. There's so many easy fights you can pick in this promotion, and we need to take advantage of it while we can. Okay, so let's start with the first fight of the night. Before we start, a small request, if you may. I would appreciate you in this moment liking the video, subscribing to the channel. Every week I deliver videos, mainly UFC and mainly UFC, PFL, and Bellator. I like this shit. I enjoy doing these videos. I enjoy betting on MMA, and I'm good at it. So with that being said, let's start. So the first prelim of the night, we got Sumiko Inaba and Sarai Orozco. Now everybody here will pick probably Sumiko, Lady Samurai. But you know, I just don't feel I can trust her. I'm not gonna lay any money on this one. She lost to a 7-5, Denise Kielholtz. And you know, Orozco looked good in her last 5 fights. She has one loss. She has one loss, but you know, she's been doing okay. I'm not high on both of them, but I'm not gonna lay on the odds they give to Sumiko. Let's check the odds real quick. So you're getting 1.2 for Sumiko Inaba. I'm not laying that money. I'm not laying anything here. If I would lay anything here, is the over. The over 2.5. Both girls are tough. Both can take a punch. If you look at their records, Sumiko was never finished, and Uruzuku wasn't knocked out. She did get submitted, but I don't see Sumiko trying to submit her. So, yeah, give me the over 2.5. If I had to pick a winner, I'll say it's Sumiko, but I'm not gonna pick any of those. I'm not gonna bet any of them. I'm just gonna go the over 2.5 if I lay anything here. Next one, we got Juliana Velasquez and Lisa Molden. The only women on earth that Velasquez lost to is Liz Caramouche, the Lady Gorilla. She should win here. Like Lisa Molden, she's tough. Like I do see this going to a decision. We saw her fighting against Dakota Dicheva, who's probably gonna win this PFL championship. You know, the season, I mean. But I don't see Velasquez finishing her. I'm not saying it's not out of the picture. I'm gonna pick Velasquez. She's 37 years old, but she is the better fighter. She should be better everywhere. Striking, grappling. She's just better. She has the better striking. She has the better grappling, and you can see that in her record. She in her last fight against Caramouche, although Caramouche won, she gave her a tough fight. She looked improved. This time Caramouche couldn't finish her like the last 2 times. So she does improve. Next one we got Danilo Marquez and Tim Johnson. This is gonna be interesting because we know Tim Johnson has good striking. He can definitely shut the lights off of Danilo Marquez. But, you know, the thing about Danilo Marquez is his reach. The guy is 6'6", 77.5. He has, and the interesting thing about him, he has really good kicking game. Like, he can keep the distance with his kicks. Like, he just keeps doing that. This is gonna be a hard one. I'm gonna pick Johnson just because he has the upside of knocking out Marquez. I think he is the better striker. I would like the under here. Again, I'm not gonna pick any fighter, but I do like the under because if Johnson wins, I see him winning by knockout. But if Marquez manages to take him down, he can lay on him for a long period of time, and that can burn the clock. So I'm just gonna not do anything here, but I will pick Tim Johnson to win by knockout. Next fight, we got Shen Yong and Ira Joan, however you say that. Again, not something I'm gonna bet on. We got Yara Joanne coming off of 3 losses. She was submitted by Talia Santos in her last fight. Lost 2 by submission to Bishop, and Ellen by decision. Shayna Young, she lost to Kana Watanabe, but you know she's good. Like she's not bad, I would say, and she does have a good submission game. She was fighting in the UFC. She had 1 win, 3 losses. I do see her winning. You know, going 3 rounds with Kiason is good. Going 3 rounds with Miranda Maverick is good. She went to decision with Kana Watanabe. I see her winning here. I like Shayna Young here. I think you can get okay value for her. Yeah, she's the underdog. I can't believe she's the underdog, but she is. Yeah, I like Young here. It's probably my favorite underdog in this card to win. Next fight, we got Oleg Popov against Davian Franklin. Yeah, this is Popov all day. This guy has like this Dagestani, although he's not from Dagestan, he has the same kind of wrestling. He's just gonna keep putting pressure on you. And he really works well on top. He has good submissions. He has good ground and pound. We saw it in his last fight against Steve Maury. It was just terrible how he lost when Popov managed to take him down. I don't see Davian Franklin winning here. I like Popov. He's a good parlay piece, and I see him winning probably by finish. Next fight, we got Marcelo Gom against Tyrell Fortune. I remember, I bet on Marcelo Gom in his first fight against Daniel James. I bet on him to win. It was near the beginning of my betting journey in MMA, and he was looking good for the first 2 rounds, and then he got knocked the fuck out. I think it was in the 3rd round. And I was so upset because I laid big money on him. And then I said I'm going to revenge bet. And I'm going to bet on this time on James to win, just because how bad Gom looked. Like I have a rule. I'm not betting on people that have no chin. And he managed to knock him out again. The thing is, like, Gom looked really well again at the beginning. He laid on top of him. He managed to take him down. It seemed like Daniel James is starting to gas out, but no, it was the opposite. And you know what? Marcelo Gom, for me, is a forever fade. And Tyrell Fortune, although he lost in his last fight, this is not like he was losing against Bilostany, and I'm mad because I put money on Sergey, and they immediately disqualified him. But Marcelo Gom is not Sergey. I see Fortune winning here, probably by knockout, because this chin is out. Next one, we got a good fight. We got Talia Santos taking Jenna Bishop, and I'm picking Santos here. I will explain why. First thing is, the minute this fight was announced, Jenna Bishop was complaining in her Instagram, like, how come you give me her? Maybe because she's a winner and some of the other winners got losers. And I can understand, like, you can see who's Dakota Dicheva is being put with and whose Bishop is being put with. Yeah, there's a bias here. With that being said, I like Santos because Santos has the better striking game. Grappling, Bishop is good, is better than her. But striking wise, Talia Santos is better. She has the longer reach. She has the crisper. She has the more clean striking. She's overall a better MMA fighter, and she has good enough of takedown defense and grappling herself to, I would say, to survive against against Santos when it's coming to her ground game. She was never submitted as well. So give me Talia Santos to win by decision. I see her winning by decision, maybe knockout. Also, don't forget, Bishop is 38 years old. Talia Santos is only 31 years old. She is in her prime. And that's also going to play to her benefit. So I like Santos here. I guess the odds are not... Yeah, Santos is the favorite for good reasons. I like her to win. Like, you take Popov, you take Santos, and you take who else? You take Popov, Santos, and Velasquez. You have a good parlay piece. It's favorites, but I like it. It's quite secure, I would say. In betting, it's better to keep your money than losing it. So if you can make money without taking a major risk, I like it. Another good fight we have here, we got Liz Karamush and Kana Watanabe. I think Liz Karamush should win, but Kana Watanabe is good. She is good, and it's gonna be interesting to see how this fight goes. I just think that Liz Karamush is the better fighter. She's very smart as well. She knows what she's doing. She's aware of everything. She's 40 years old. That doesn't play to her benefit. But I think this is gonna be her last season. She wants to win this season. She can still win this season. I'm picking Liz Karamush to win. It's gonna be a good fight though. I see this going the full 3 rounds. Kana Watanabe has a good judo game. She has good striking, but Liz Karamush is a level above her. Next one, we got Denis Gultsov and Thiago Santos. You know, Thiago Santos is washed. He was a great fighter. He was in the UFC. He gave many people hard fights. Like, you look at his fight against John Jones, he had a win against Walker, lost decision to Magomed Ankalaev. But as time goes on, you know, he's getting worse, just because that's what time does to a fighter at some point, right? On the other side, Denis Gultsov, 34 years old, just got 34 3 days ago. Had a good win against Vassell. The first round, Vassell was dominating, but then Vassell just started gassing bad. He did lose to Ferreira via knockout. Was a brutal knockout. But we know how good Ferreira is. I think that Gultsov will have the advantage in this one. I don't think he's going to finish Santos, although he's a very aggressive guy. But I'm picking Gultsov to win here by decision, but probably taking money line. But you know what? I'm not going to lay anything on 128. Like, this is absurd. Like, Santos is good. And co-main event, come on, guys, come on. Like, this is sending Chelsea Hackett to be murdered. We know how good Dicheva is. She's good everywhere, but like, her striking is just top notch. Like, she can go right now to the UFC and fight with the best and probably win. Hackett, though, she was brutally submitted by Jenna Bishop because she is mostly a kickboxer. Now, is she a good enough of a kickboxer to face Dakota? I don't think so. I don't think so. We saw how what Dakota did to Lisa Moulding, who's a good striker on her own. A tough fighter. So, yeah, I'm picking Dakota Ditcheva. You know, you get nothing, but if you want to fatten up your parlay, be my guest. In main event, we got Linton Vassell taking on Valentin Moldavsky. I want to remind you guys, 1 year ago, Vassell Moldavsky lost to Vassell by knockout. I'm pretty sure it was the first round. And the thing about Linton Vassell, he's dangerous. He's 41 years old, but he's dangerous. We saw it in his fight against Dennis Goltsov. I'll tell you how I see it. I don't know if I'm gonna go. If I'm gonna do a bet here, I like the under. Why? Because Vassell gases. If he doesn't finish Moldavsky like he did in his last fight, I'm pretty sure it was the first round. No, it was the first round. It was the first round. So if he doesn't finish Moldavsky in the first round, or Moldavsky finishes him in the first round, I see Moldavsky finishing him in the second round just because of how bad he guesses. Am I gonna take this? I don't know, man. Like, putting Moldavsky, like, most people are picking Moldavsky, but they forgot he just got knocked out by him a year ago, and he didn't look really good in his fight against Maury. Just pushed Maury to the cage most of the fight. What happened in the fight against Delija? I can't explain it. I don't even know what happened there. Like, I actually bet on Delija. I also took the under there on a different bet, but Delija just, it looked like he gave up or some shit. He was something really off happened in that fight. If you guys know anything, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'm picking. I'm gonna take the under probably. But you know what? I'm gonna take Vassell. I'm gonna pick Vassell just because he is super dangerous in the first, and if he manages to do the same thing, he's gonna finish Moldavsky again. So that's it, guys. If you haven't up to now, please subscribe, like the video. More importantly, like the video so I could reach more people. That would be really appreciated. With that being said, let me give you a safety parlay. You want a safety parlay? I'm going to give you a safety parlay. I like Santos to win. I like Popov to win. And I like Velasquez to win. Okay? You take these three and you're good. I think it's comes up pretty well. You got 138, 136, and 124 for Velasquez. I'm gonna lay a unit on that one. Yeah, that's it, guys. Let me know in the comments if you have any more insights. What's your opinion different than mine? Let me know. And that's it. I'm gonna see you in the next one.